My dog is going crazy.
Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. I'm Alexis if you're new, and if you're not subscribed already, make sure you hit that subscribe button right there. As you saw from the title, today we're going to be talking about monetization. So how you can monetize your YouTube channel, some tips and tricks that helped me with my own, and then I will be sharing how much I made on my first YouTube paycheck. I just want to put out a quick disclaimer before we get into this video. Obviously, today we are going to be talking about money, and that can sometimes be a kind of uncomfortable or awkward topic of conversation. So I just want to say right now that this video is by no means trying to brag about money that I've made or anything like that. This is really just to help anyone who was like me and is trying to get their channel monetized and is kind of confused, because I know a few months back when I started this process, I didn't know any other YouTubers. I didn't know anyone who had done this before. And I obviously was following the directions that I got from YouTube and using the internet as my resource, but it still can get a little bit confusing, and it definitely stressed me out a little bit just because I was like, what am I doing? So basically, I just wanted to make this video and hopefully help somebody else out there who is maybe confused like I had been, but yeah. Okay, so now that we got that out of the way, let's get into this video. Over the years, YouTube has had different requirements for what you need in order to get your channel monetized. And I remember when I was first doing it, I actually thought it was different than it really is. So I'm gonna let you know what the requirements are as of February 2020 when I'm filming this video.
Let me just make sure I don't say anything wrong.
So in order to meet those requirements and become a part of the YouTube Partner Program, which is what they call it when you can start having ads run on your channel, you have to have 1,000 subscribers and 4,000 watch hours. Obviously, we all know what subscribers are, but the watch hours are where it gets a little tricky, because watch hours are not views. I mean, they are connected, but they're not the same thing. So your watch hours are actually how long somebody watches your video. So it's basically your audience retention, how long you can keep someone interested. So if you're watching right now, that contributes to my watch hours. So I know in your YouTube studio, when you're looking at your analytics, your watch hours actually show up in minutes. So if you want to know how much 4,000 watch hours is, then I will do the math for you right now. So basically what you're going to do is 4,000 times 60, because there are 60 seconds in a minute, and your total, well, this is obviously backwards right now for you guys, I think.
Well, this is obviously backwards.
So your total is going to be 240,000 minutes. Now, don't panic about this number because it is possible, but as you can see from that number, a big part of monetizing your channel is patience, because like I said before, we are all different. We're all going to have our own unique experiences with this. And if you're sitting there comparing yourself to another channel, that isn't necessarily going to speed up your process. If I learned anything from all of this, it is to focus on yourself and focus on your own journey. Honestly, with anything in life, things don't always go according to plan. Like, I might want something to happen at this specific time, but life doesn't work that way. We can't always get what we want. So just be patient, and with hard work and time and just some patience, you will obviously reach your goals. Now that you know about the requirements you need to be eligible for monetizing your channel, something else you're gonna want to know is you need to basically apply for the YouTube Partner Program. So that's basically what YouTube uses to run ads on your channel and then make you some money at the end of it, right? Okay. Also, you guys, I forgot to say this before, but I'm obviously still learning myself about AdSense and all of this. I just thought that I would share the knowledge that I've gotten thus far with all of you, because I know that I have a lot more knowledge than when I first started, but like I said, I am still learning. So if I missed anything, you can definitely leave your questions in the comments and I will try to answer them to the best of my ability. Okay, so yeah, now that you know what you need in order to be eligible for monetization on YouTube, the next thing you're gonna wanna do is sign up for the YouTube Partner Program. So basically what you can do on your YouTube studio is go to monetization, and if you're not eligible yet, you can actually set a notification for YouTube to let you know when you do hit that threshold. So if you're like me, I was definitely checking it. I actually have the YouTube Studio app on my phone just because I think that's an easier way to access it. Just because I feel like that's an easier way to access it when I'm on the go, and I really just like the way that app is set up. Sorry, I got off topic. So you can set that up and it'll tell you when you've hit the requirements and you're good to go. So then you will need to set up your AdSense account. Now, if you want to have everything ready ahead of time, you can set that up before you even meet those requirements. Like I said, I did not know about anything when I first got into this, so I didn't know you needed the AdSense account. So I actually set mine up right after I hit those requirements. Okay, so once you get all that set up, you're not done. Then YouTube has to approve you. So basically you're applying like you'd apply to college or something like that. It's not a hard process because you just fill those things out, and then unless you're coming out with like content that I guess is like dangerous or negative for the YouTube community or inappropriate, anything like that, that obviously probably won't get approved, but for the most part, I think everyone gets approved if you're following YouTube's rules. YouTube will then get back to you hopefully within a number of days. It could be a few weeks or I think up to a month. They actually got back to me quicker than I thought because somehow the email kind of got lost at first, but I think for me, it only took like around 3 to 5 days. So hopefully it'll be quick for you. I've heard people say both. So like I said before, just be patient. You never know how long anything is going to take. So then YouTube will approve you and you will get this little piece of paper in the mail. Now, I was so excited for this, you guys, but I just want to clarify one thing right now. This is not a YouTube paycheck. I mean, obviously everyone uses it for their thumbnails and all that, and it is a part of the process. But I, for so long, thought that this was the paycheck, and I was like, ooh, I got my paycheck in the mail, and then I opened it up, and I was like, what? So all this is gonna be a little PIN number, and that is basically just to verify your information, your address. Obviously, YouTube wants to make sure that once they start paying you, or once Google AdSense starts paying you, the money is going to the right place. And I actually have direct deposit turned on, so when my YouTube payday comes around, it just goes straight to my bank account. But yeah, this was still a really exciting piece of paper to get in the mail because it obviously felt like an accomplishment, and it is the start of your monetization journey. So yeah, this was really exciting to get in the mail. So like I said before, everyone's experience with this is different. I'm gonna give you guys a quick little summary of my YouTube journey just because I think it helps to understand how I got to where I am today and how my channel has grown to this point. So as of right now, I have 4,000 subscribers and my channel is monetized, but it didn't happen overnight. So I got my computer here and I'm just gonna take a little look at my analytics really quickly so I don't mess anything up. But basically, I first started YouTube back in 2017. If you've been here from the beginning, you know this, but I actually started my channel with my boyfriend. We kind of were trying to do like a couples channel. We were in a long distance relationship at the time and we were both really busy with different things. So that kind of fell off. And I will say at that time, I loved making YouTube videos, but I definitely was kind of self-conscious and I think I cared too much about what other people thought. If you're passionate about YouTube and you love what you're doing, just go for it. You can't care what other people say. People are always gonna be judgmental. Unfortunately, I feel like that's just how life is. And there's always gonna be haters or whatever you wanna call them on YouTube and on probably all social media platforms. So if you can get past that, this journey is gonna be a lot smoother for you. I wish I hadn't cared about that back then because my YouTube channel could probably be a lot bigger right now, but that's fine. So yeah, my first YouTube video was actually October 2017. And then I had a few videos here and there, and then I kind of just stopped. And I didn't start making videos again until a few months ago. It was actually on October 21st, 2019 that I published my first video again, I guess. It was like my solo channel debut. I changed my name and everything. And then 2 months later, I actually got my channel monetized. This is also something you guys need to know. you need 4,000 watch hours within 1 year. So that does make it a little more difficult, but if you are consistently posting videos, it's definitely possible. So yeah, I posted my first video October 2019, and I was just posting a bunch of different kinds of videos. I was trying to upload weekly, which I know can be difficult, but I think that consistency is really key if you're trying to grow your YouTube channel. So I was posting consistently. And then the video that I would say changed everything was my testing cheap iPhone cases from Amazon video. I'll link it above if you haven't seen it. I posted that video on December 5th, 2019, and that video blew up, or at least it blew up in my opinion. So that was the video that helped me reach my monetization requirements. I know that at the beginning it can be hard to gain subscribers, but just keep going and you can get there. So I hit my 1,000 subscribers and I hit my 4,000 watch hours actually more quickly than I was expecting when I guess relaunched my YouTube channel. And this was really exciting for me, as I'm sure you guys can imagine, but like I said, I didn't know anything about monetization. So I was like, oh shoot, what do I do now? I was kind of scrambling. And this is when I learned all about AdSense, the YouTube partner program, and all that stuff. Something you guys should know is when I received my PIN number, I wasn't done. I actually didn't realize that I had to fill out my tax information. So the first month that I was expecting to get my paycheck, I actually didn't. It was held until the next month because by the time I realized I need to put in my tax information, it was already past the date that YouTube is going to pay you. So I had to wait till the next month. Another thing that everyone should know is you have to hit $100 threshold in order for YouTube to release your money. So let's say you're eligible for monetization and ads start running on your videos. If you haven't made $100 by, I think, the 21st of the month, then they're gonna wait till the next month to pay you. So that is also something you should know. Your channel is monetized, but you're like, where's my paycheck? If you haven't hit your $100 threshold, that's why they're holding on to your money. So as I was saying, my cheap phone cases video changed everything. That was the video that really amped up my channel and got the ball rolling. I think that video was really popular because it's something that applies to a lot of people. People of all ages obviously have a phone and are looking for a phone case, especially a cheap one from Amazon, because that can save you a lot of money. I obviously put work into my video as far as editing, my thumbnail and all that went, but it was still one of my earlier videos. So one thing I do want to say, and this was kind of like a downfall for me, is because I didn't have AdSense set up, I was kind of late to the game. So even though my video started getting a ton of views, I did not get approved for monetization until December 21st, 2 weeks after this video was posted. And by then I already had 162,000 views on this video. So I was like, oh wow, I could have had ads running that whole time, but don't let that discourage you. That was not something for me to be upset about because I was just really excited that I had my monetization turned on moving forward. And now it is over 2 months since I posted that video and it's still doing really well. So I feel like things are really unpredictable. Like, just make videos that you want to make, things you're passionate about, and you never know what is gonna take off. So be consistent, keep doing you, and make sure you take care of these steps ahead of time so that when your channel is ready for monetization, you're ready to go and you can just get that all started. Okay guys, so now last but not least, probably the reason all of you clicked on this video is you wanna know how much I made from my first YouTube paycheck. And I'm gonna tell you. So like I said, I was lucky and I had a video that performed really well. So my first YouTube paycheck was $215.56. So I'll put it on the screen right here. That number might surprise some of you guys. I was really excited for that. I was kind of surprised because I thought that with more views, you would have made a little bit more money than that, but I was super grateful to make any money. Like, even when I see like $1 or cents on my analytics, I get really excited. So that first paycheck was a really big deal to me. I will say one thing I've learned is that different people make different amounts of money per views, if that makes sense. So depending on what kind of content you're posting and the ad suitability, so what kind of ads Google AdSense feels it can run on your video, that's gonna affect how much you're making per view, if that makes sense. But yeah, that was my experience with getting monetized on YouTube, and obviously the amount I made on my first YouTube paycheck. I actually just received my second YouTube paycheck and the numbers were kind of interesting to me. So if you want a follow-up video, definitely let me know in the comments. And if you have any more questions that I didn't cover in this, please leave them in the comments down below. I read those and I'm happy to help if I can. I know it's the end of the video, but I just want to say I am still learning as well. So I hope that what I said in this video helped you, but if there are things missing, know that I'm still learning about monetization and AdSense and YouTube, just like all of you. If you enjoyed this, please give this video a big thumbs up. And if you want to keep up with me and you're not subscribed already, make sure you hit that subscribe button below. Turn on your post notifications if you want to know when my next video goes up. I appreciate each and every one of you, and I will see you guys in my next video. Bye.